the 8th fighter in the 4-belt era to become the undisputed champion of the world. How does that sound?
Alhamdulillah, all praise due to Allah. Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Congratulations to Devin Haney for making the undisputed dream become a reality. Doing it for the USA and all of the Muslims all around the world by dominating George Kambosos every single minute of every single round, cracking the top 5 on the pound-for-pound list, where Devin Haney became the first undisputed champion in the 4 belts era at the lightweight division, and the last to become undisputed since the great Pernell Whitaker, which is something that haven't been accomplished for over 30 years. Devin Haney's name is now printed next to Pernell Whitaker after old media tried their best to stop Devin Haney from shining, after all of the fighters on the hope list were ducking Devin Haney left and right, from Vasyl Lomachenko to Teofimo Lopez to Ryan Garcia, and the list goes on and on and on. Now Devin Haney is the 8th undisputed world champion in the 4 belts era, something none of them accomplished, and Devin Haney on his road to greatness accomplished that at 23 years old at foreign soil. Like Devin Haney said, Alhamdulillah. Devin Haney didn't just become undisputed. He became undisputed in one of the deepest divisions in boxing by beating the man who beat the man who beat the man. Devin Haney beat Kambosos, who beat Teofimo Lopez, who beat Vasyl Lomachenko, after initially Devin Haney punked Lomachenko to become the world champion. Now who's laughing now? Devin Haney took Lomachenko lunch money, and Lomachenko, instead of fighting back, he gave up his lunch money. But instead of old media giving Devin Haney his credit, they ran away with the email champion because Devin Haney have the complexion for the neglection. But it's funny how Allah's plan works, because Devin Haney ended up having the last laugh, because now Devin Haney is the realest champion of them all. And that's a fact. Put some respect on the undisputed dream. Now old media is forced to put some respect on Dev's name. The irony of it all. Old media ultimate nightmare came to fruition. With the facts being laid out, I was so shocked when the decision was announced. 2 judges had the fight scored 116 to 112, meaning they gave Kambosos 4 rounds. Some way, somehow, they literally gave Kambosos them rounds because he did not win them. Devin Haney won every single round clearly, which means in the rematch, Devin Haney is not fighting Kambosos again. He's actually fighting the judges. Might as well get the judges in the ring and have all of the 3 judges and Kambosos fight Devin Haney. I think that's more fair. At least Devin Haney gets to whoop these biased-ass judges that's trying to rob him from the dream he earned with a pen and a paper. Nevertheless, you can't stop Allah's plan. And from round 1, Devin Haney dominated. I mean, Devin Haney didn't even have to change gear 1. Devin Haney have multiple gears. However, he beat George Kambosos every single round with gear 1. That's how talented Devin Haney is. He has the potential to be the pound-for-pound king in the near future. At the moment in time, Devin Haney for sure cracked the top 5 pound-for-pound list. And for sure, if he's not number 5, he's number 6 after beating Linares, Gamboa, Jojo Diaz, and now Kambosos. Especially when you factor in Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, and Lomachenko requesting witness protection titles in order to duck Devin Haney. But that's beside the point. From round 1, Devin Haney dominated George Kambosos with his jab alone. Kambosos kept talking about his speed, but I told you guys, timing beats speed. And Devin Haney completely handicapped George Kambosos of all his best attributes. Devin Haney was standing right in front of Kambosos the entire night. And Kambosos was afraid to even let his hands go because he was afraid of what was coming back. All of that pillow talk. Then when he got in the ring with Devin Haney, he completely froze. Apparently, Devin Haney could hit like a son of a gun because Linares, JoJo, and now Kambosos completely froze in front of Devin Haney. See, they continue to repeat the trolls and the keyboard warriors in the comment section. But obviously, unlike the keyboard warriors, these fighters actually have to get in the ring and fight Devin Haney. That's when they get a wake-up call. Nevertheless, Devin Haney gave George Kambosos a boxing lesson. Kambosos was so frustrated in the ring. He did not know what hit him. Devin Haney did so much stuff to Kambosos that Kambosos had no clue about. He was frustrated, confused, and needed milk. I mean, Dev schooled, hurt, and dominated Kambosos so bad that you literally could hear crickets during the fight. That's how much Dev took the Australian fans out of the fight. Even the biased blow-by-blow announcer Tessitore. It's fair to say that Devin Haney broke a lot of hearts tonight. From what I heard, a lot of the old media bias members are considering quitting boxing because the fighters on the coincidental list continue to win. From Charlo, Devin Haney, becoming Undisputed, Crawford, Errol Spence, Fulton, Shakur, and the list goes on and on and on. Furthermore, congrats to the Undisputed Dream once again, Devin Haney. And can someone please tell me why Kambosos raised his hand after the fight like he really won the fight when he lost every single minute of every single round? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below, subscribe below, and click on the notification bell to be continued on the next episode of AKHi, AKHi, TV. Peace, and I'm on to the next one.